All right, we live.
All right, y'all. Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom. Peace and blessings. This is the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani. Y'all know we go live every Sunday, and we are back again with a special Sunday because y'all already know the whole NBA's been crazy all week. All right, and we know why. There's so much greatness to talk about. So we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna let everybody say what's up to everybody. We got Ralph, we got Devontae and Craig. As usual, the panel's here. What's good, fellas? Say what's up to everybody.
What's happening?
What's
Afternoon.
good, everybody?
All right. Somebody got their volume up? The
What's
panel's here.
happening?
What's good, fellas? Say what's up to everybody.
What's good, everybody?
What's good? What's good?
Somebody got their volume up? The panel's here. What's good,
Yeah, I hear an echo.
Yeah, who's that?
What's good? What's good?
Somebody got their volume up?
Yeah, I hear an echo.
Matrix.
That's I know it's a matrix for sure.
Let me see.
I know it's a matrix for sure.
Okay, it is Devontae.
Okay. Yeah, Devontae, you got something that's echoing in the background, like your speaker. You got to put the speaker down, your volume, or you got to put on some headsets. But again, y'all, welcome to the show. We back again. As y'all know, it's a special show. We're going to talk about LeBron James passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We've been waiting this whole time. It's Devontae. Yeah. Y'all know we've been waiting a long time to do this. We've been talking about this for a very long time. We've had some folks who've been able to witness it themselves. We was able to witness it. It's a great thing. We also had the trade deadline. All kind of trades went down. Everything is crazy. We didn't bring up any standing updates because of the trading deadline. So we got KD going to the Suns. We got Kyrie getting moved over to the Dallas Mavericks. We have Russell Westbrook getting moved to Utah, who's supposedly going to be bought out and headed to the Clippers. We got Lakers making some other moves, huh? Or Miami.
Miami too.
I would love him in Miami. Don't even get me started with that. We get what Russell Westbrook.
I won't.
I know you won't. I can't wait to see y'all boys again. So
just as long as Russ is off the Lakers, it's all good.
Yeah.
He can go somewhere else. He needed somewhere else.
But what y'all think of the trade deadline and all the things that went down before we talk about LeBron and everything like that? What y'all think about the trade deadline?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. It's been crazy, and the Suns really. I didn't even have them at the top, but like that team right there, and I think they just got Terrence Ross, if I'm served correctly, too.
They did.
Like, yes,
Oh,
they.
Yes, they did.
Dangerous.
They're gonna get Terrence Ross once he's passed away.
And then they get that defensive play from OKC as well. I can't remember his name, but they got somebody over there. They gonna be nasty.
So y'all think it's gonna work? Y'all like the
if they could stay healthy, KD
That's the
can
key
sit
thing.
anywhere. If they could stay, CP3 always hurt. Booker's always hurt in the playoffs for some reason, and KD hasn't really played more than half the year in since 2018.
KD go down, somebody get traded.
So
I'm gonna say this though. It's like I think Booker's gonna. I mean, KD's gonna lighten up the load for Booker because Booker's that number one option, and he carries a lot of load on the offensive end. By KD coming in, it's gonna lighten him up a little bit to where it may be able to keep him staying healthy more. And I mean, that team is they nasty.
they probably the best on paper.
KD can fit anywhere though.
It's probably the best on paper.
KD could fit anywhere. Like his production, how the way he plays, like he doesn't need so many attempts to be effective on the offensive end.
So what y'all think about him actually requesting to go to Phoenix though? Because he actually said, "I want to go to Phoenix. Send me to Phoenix."
Well, you notice that was under like they were at first, from what I heard, they were going to do it on the off season, and they specifically spoke to the Suns to work out that deal. They didn't want other organizations getting into it, so I mean that's really how it went down. I've heard from other sources, like
Man, it was
pretty
a setup.
reliable sources.
Phoenix knew what was going to happen because they kept saying it. We going after KD. They kept announcing it.
I mean, everyone knew he was going to get traded as soon as Kyrie left. So
Devontae, what you think about the trade deadlines, man? How crazy it is?
I think if they could keep all four of them healthy in Phoenix, it should be a straight walk to the finals and the championship.
mm-hmm.
But none of these guys, KD, what's the pace, CP3, these guys can't stay healthy. So who knows? But if they stay healthy, I think they're gonna go right to the top.
Yeah. The thing for me that they don't get hurt like getting like hard fouls or anything. They get hurt walking. So that's the problem. They get hurt jumping. Like KD be walking down the court and he's like out for a month or two. CP3 the same thing, and Booker is always just like knee. Like they have these weird injuries where it's kind of hard to see them staying healthy for that long. But if they do, I don't think it would be a problem for them to beat everyone.
I'm gonna
Well,
tell you this. Let me tell you the sleeper of that trade, and people not talking about it. T.J. Warren.
where'd he go?
He's always hurt too. He's
Where
been hurt
did
for the last
TJ
2 years.
Well, he was. I think it was the ACL, and that's the reason why he was out that long. But he's a bucket, man. You
He's
gotta
yeah,
respect
he's
Where,
his
where,
good.
game,
where did
He's
and
Warren
good.
go? Where did TJ go? Where did he went to?
he
To the
went with
Suns.
that trade.
He went
He's with
to
the
the Suns.
Suns.
Oh
He
wow.
coming off the bench, and I think a good 20 minutes is good for him, but you're gonna get good production off the bench for him. You
I
know,
think I think a sleeper of the whole trade deadline and everything that's happened is the Milwaukee Bucks getting Jay Crowder. I think
that was.
that's a big one there. And again, if the Miami Heat or the Clippers land Russell Westbrook, either one of those two teams can change the whole dynamic with Westbrook because they're going to put Westbrook and start him on both rosters. Westbrook's going to have the reins to do what he wants to do. So it's going to be really interesting how it goes. But you're right, the Suns are definitely on paper. They got the West on lock, but I still think Boston is good enough to beat them. I think Milwaukee could beat them healthy if Chris Middleton's healthy and what they got in there. And again, if my Heat get Russell Westbrook, I'm gonna buy a Heat jersey. I haven't bought a Heat jersey in a while, but if we get Russell Westbrook, I'm getting a Westbrook Heat jersey. I'm
If
telling you.
y'all get Russ, y'all probably going out in the first round.
Oh my God.
Hey, but
I'm
we
gonna be
should say they
honest,
made
man.
the playoffs.
At least
Ah!
I'm gonna say this: between those two teams, I think Russ would fit more on the Clippers because the Clippers have more shooters, and
We
he's
got shooters. What do
reunited.
you mean? We got shooters. What are you talking
They,
about? We
they,
got
they got.
shooters. We got
Yeah,
listen.
I'm not
It'll
saying
be
y'all don't.
perfect. It'll be perfect. And he's gonna be out of LA. He'll be in Miami. He'll be away from the West Coast. No state tax. He'll be down here. He's perfect. We'll give him the ball. He got Jimmy and Bam as his backup with Hero and Strus and Martin and Gabriel. All those guys hitting threes, bro. We'd be nasty.
You can give a good pitch for Miami, but no, I feel like the Clippers he would fit better for the fact that he's reuniting with
the fact that you're a
Paul
Knicks fan.
George.
That you're a Knicks fan. That's
Well,
what it is.
screw Miami right now. But anyway, I'm gonna speak. He's reuniting with Paul George, and Paul George's best year was with Westbrook. He was third at MVP that year.
Jimmy's better. Jimmy Butler's better. Jimmy, baby. Spoelstra.
They about even on defense,
Tyler,
but I think Paul George is a better offensive player.
I don't know about that. Westbrook's top 10 in assists, and he ain't even starting.
Well, that's fine. That's
Westbrook.
fine, but I would pick Paul George over.
He's gonna stay in LA. That's where he from. He ain't going to no Miami.
Nah, he gonna come to Miami. He gonna be straight in Miami. He gonna love it down here.
He's gonna work with the Lakers. He's gonna work with the Clippers.
Who has the now?
We're gonna shelter him from the media. We're gonna shelter him from all the bad fans. No more Westbrook. They don't come down here calling him no Westbrook down here. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Hey, you can sell ice. You can sell ice to the
Brandon
devil,
can't come
but
down here talking like that. Brandon can't come down here talking like that. We ain't
listen, you can sell ice to the devil. Don't mean he gonna buy it.
No, all right. Well, in Miami, Pat Riley can make it happen. Pat Riley can make it happen.
We'll see. From what I'm hearing, though, they said the buyout is going to be even crazier than the trade deadline.
Most of the time, it always is. Like, it's some good players they could pick up in a buyout market.
Because I've heard here or there, they put out Kevin Love out there too.
Yeah,
No,
I heard
I
that.
think the Cavs are keeping him though. I heard they're still keeping him.
They're debating if they should or should not. So it depends if they're gonna keep him or not.
There go his Hall of Fame career.
All right, so let's go ahead and move to what we all want to talk about. NBA all-time leading scorer. Woo!
Woo!
I know.
Yeah, I'll
I
see
know.
it.
I
Yeah,
put
I'll
this
see it.
post about how this
Go.
NBA all-time scoring, even though was the career points leader. Now he's a regular season, the postseason. He's even the All-Star game leader in points. Like, the boy is just the all-time leader in everything. And I know I put this post out how this is better than a ring.
No.
It felt
is.
like it is better than a
It
ring.
is
Like,
better than a
this is
ring.
better than a ring. Like, this
I
is
disagree with
the
that.
biggest
LeBron
NBA
got 5
record.
rings. LeBron
This
got
is the
5
biggest
rings.
NBA record. Like, no ring is equivalent to this.
Yeah, this is the biggest individual record a player can have. Yes, that is correct. Yes.
I'm pretty sure any player would want to trade one of their rings to be the all-time leading points. It just is what it is. Yeah, Shaq said.
Shaq said he wanted to do it.
I'm pretty
He
sure.
just said he was jealous.
Because he wanted to
He
do
said
it.
if he was the all-time leading in points, like, he's the greatest. That's what Shaq said. Like I don't want to hear anything about it. Like, I will be the greatest player of all time.
Nah, what he was saying, he said what he wanted to do is pass Wilt Chamberlain so he can
be the most dominant
debate that he
so he could be the most dominant center.
That's
so
what
he could be the most.
saying.
But he would.
Yeah, he said if he scored the most points, he would be the
Kareem,
greatest player of all time. That's what he said.
He said that.
I gotta see
That's
that.
exact. Those are his words. He said if he was an all-time leading scorer, he would be the greatest player of all time.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, man, it's the great. Again, it's
I
great.
gotta see that too.
It's a great achievement.
Nobody
Thought it. Adam Silver
it's only one person to have, this record. Only one person.
Yep.
And that's LeBron James. Yeah, it's just one person.
I threw a cup of. I threw a little pass, a cup of confetti up for him. I did that.
After you talk about the loss.
Yeah, I sure did. I'm not gonna lie about that. I already told you. I told you last show. If he was gonna lose, I was gonna troll. I stated that. At least I admitted it.
Troll away. But you cannot deny that LeBron. Yeah, like, it don't even matter. This record is the greatest record in NBA history.
It's a great accomplishment.
The loss.
Can I say something? Can I say something for the haters?
What's up, family? What's up?
You know
What's up, family?
When Michael Jordan passed Wilt, when LeBron, Quinn. When LeBron passed Wilt, he lost. When he passed Jordan, he lost. When he passed Kobe, he lost. When he passed Malone, he lost. And when he passed Kareem, he lost.
Yeah, he did.
But it was all with the Lakers. It was all with the Lakers.
But the thing is, when he went 10K, he lost as well.
Yeah, he lost that one too. He did lose that game too. He did lose that game when he was 10K. But that was all with the Lakers though. So.
I got a question for you. What do you think about the reaction from AD though?
Well, he was mad about coming out the game and they was losing, and he didn't really care. He didn't really think too much about the record. I'm pretty sure he was just pissed off about the game at that point. At least that's what he said. But him and LeBron, the boys, he wasn't mad at LeBron for doing it. He was playing bad. They were losing. He just got taken out the game. It was 4 foul.
Oh man, something crazy. Let me say something real quick. So I'm about to live stream this on my TikTok, and they got a subject already in my subject. It says GOAT, MJ or LBJ asking for a friend. I didn't put that in there. I don't know how it popped up on there. But I'm about to live stream.
That's the spy balloon. That's why they were spying on
us. You have to be, man. It's kind of freaking me out.
Oh my God.
But you know what I think though? This is what I think about AD. Y'all remember the movie Belly?
Yes, sir.
You remember the dude on the couch? He was all mad. That was AD. He was on the couch mad. They just got all he didn't like. He didn't like He don't like his role. And listen, it's nobody's fault. You got 4 fouls in the game. AD, you're supposed. This is your moment. This is your time. You're supposed to shine. Everybody else showed up. Everybody else played well. Everybody else did their job. Westbrook was out there balling. Schroeder, all of them was balling. Beverly was balling. Everybody was balling. What was AD doing? Soaking. You can't soak at this moment. You knew this was gonna happen. And what kind of? Come on, bro. Like that guy.
Mhm.
Man, come on, man. Y'all be giving that guy too many excuses, man. Too many excuses for AD, man. Too many excuses.
It
And he
wasn't even
really,
a big deal. It wasn't even about AD that game. So they just trying
That's
to
true.
make it a big deal. Who the
That's
hell
true.
cares
That's
if he
true.
was upset about his 4th foul? This is about LeBron James becoming an all-time leading scorer. And one thing LeBron said, if he passed it, it wasn't gonna be a big deal. It's not like winning a ring. He wasn't crying anything because he's not trying. That boy was feeling it
Capping.
soon as he broke that
capping.
record.
He was
That,
capping.
oh my
and
God.
it hit him, and he didn't know how to react. He was trying to not tear up, but man,
That
yeah,
was funny.
that was amazing.
funny.
So,
But hold on, wait. We all agree that we knew they were gonna stop the game, though, right? Like, I mean, unless it was like 2 minutes left to go in the game, they were gonna stop the game.
yeah, like I wish they would have waited till the next 10 seconds came off the clock so they could do it. But it's cool. Like they
I
should acknowledge that. Like you shouldn't
I,
have to wait to the end of the game to acknowledge this record.
Yeah.
I knew they were gonna stop the game, but I felt like that was just a little like broad. Like it was a little dramatic for me.
That's what the
I mean,
NBA
it's
does.
like that's what all
It was
sports do. When
dramatic, bro.
Emmett broke the record, I mean there was teammates crying. I mean,
Yeah.
they stopped the whole game as soon as he had that like 15
Nah, they
yard
called
run.
timeout. They called timeout when he did that.
Like the game stopped. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
that's
celebrated
really
for
what
5
happened.
minutes. A timeout is like what, a minute? They celebrated for like 5 minutes.
They
That
stopped.
was
It's a
it was the
commercial
biggest
timeout.
record. That's the
Did it?
biggest record in like the NFL, and they're continuing to try to downgrade Emmitt Smith all-time rushing record. They're like, this is like the rushing record. Nobody cares. The rushing record was the greatest record in NFL history at that time. Since Emmett has it and Walter Payton do not have it no more, they has downgraded that record because Emmitt Smith has it. I don't know what they have about Emmitt Smith, that he was not great. He was the greatest player in the 90s. There was not a better player in the 90s than Emmitt Smith, and they have downgraded this record because it's Emmitt Smith record. Simple as that.
I'll say Barry Sanders is better than him.
Barry Sanders did not have 3
Barry
Super
Sanders.
Bowls. Barry Sanders did not have a Super Bowl MVP. Barry Sanders did not have the all-time yards and all-time touchdowns. Barry Sanders was the best running athlete of all time, but he did not have a better career than Emmitt Smith.
Better career, I agree. I agree with that. But if
Well,
I'm
what?
saying
Like
the better player,
he was the
he was a
best
better
player in the 90s, Emmitt Smith. Who
But
was
then-
better than Emmitt Smith in the 90s?
Better player, I'll say Barry Sanders was a better
Barry
running
Sanders
back than him.
did
But
not have a greater career.
Barry was
Yeah.
a better running back in that time. Yes, he was. But if you're
Oh,
gonna
wait,
say
so wait,
better career,
yeah, I
if
mean,
you're gonna
all
say
we
better
talk
career,
about
hold
is
on, hold
no,
on,
no.
hold
All
on,
we
hold
talk
on.
about is like
If you're gonna say
Michael
if you're
Jordan
gonna
6-0
say hold
is
on,
better
hold
than
on.
LeBron James, and now
Let
Emmitt
me
Smith
finish.
is
Let me
3-0,
Let
and
me
now
finish.
Barry Sanders
Let me
better.
finish. Let me finish.
Ah,
If you're gonna say better career, yeah, Emmett had the better career, but better player, no, it was Barry.
How is he a better player than Emmitt Smith?
How do I'll
Barry.
say the degree how he was as a running back with no offensive line, and he was able to get that many yards per season. I mean that was incredible. I'm saying Emmett Smith,
So
he had a.
stat
I'm
wise, is
saying
because of Barry.
better. I said Emmett Smith had a better career. Yes, he did.
All right, but you said Barry was a better player, and you said because of his stats.
What he was able to do on the field as a running back with what he had. The no offensive line. That's what made Barry Sanders a great running
He
back.
had an offensive line. Stop it.
No, no, that
Because
offensive
the
line was
Cowboys
trash.
had a like better
That
offensive line, but you
that
said
Lions
basically because of what he did with a worse offensive line, what the numbers he put up with a worse offensive line,
was great.
and that's why he's better than Emmitt Smith.
A better player.
Better.
But
Who's better?
better career wise, Emmitt Smith had a
If you
better
had to
So that's
pick a
stats.
running
They're
back
using stats.
in
They're
order,
using stats.
who would be ahead just by you? You think Barry will always be ahead of Emmett?
Huh?
You think Barry is just ahead of Emmett? That's
I'm very
basically because
particular of what you're
yeah.
gonna say. If you're gonna say the better career, yes, it was Emmitt Smith.
Okay, that's what I've been saying. Like Emmitt Smith was the best player in the 90s.
No, he's
There
saying
was
Yeah,
not
he
a
Emmitt Smith
better
was.
wasn't the
player
best player.
in the
He
He
was the
90s.
best
was
career.
fucking. He was fucking legit. Yeah, he was.
I mean, like there's no argument for nobody else
And that's the funny
who's
thing.
above him.
When we was little, he was Barry. I was Emmett. I swear he loved Barry Sanders, and I was an Emmett
Yeah,
guy.
Barry Sanders is my
No,
all-time favorite player of all time.
Hey,
Like after
you still
Barry,
got
is Barry Sanders.
you still got
but
all
people
those
act like,
cards?
Yeah,
but people
still
don't.
got
But
those
people,
cards that ain't worth nothing. Just like
people,
my
They were.
people
pennies.
act like, but people act like Emmitt Smith didn't make people miss. Emmitt Smith didn't run over people.
He had
Emmitt
some
Smith
nice
didn't make people
cards.
miss.
Shit.
He did.
So that's what I'm saying. So like Emmitt Smith earned every last yard he got. He didn't get it because he was able to just run. Like he didn't get it because
He was a baller. He was
he
a
was
I mean,
baller.
he was
I'm
doing
not
it
just.
in college and he was doing it in the NFL as a pro, and he did it after all those offensive linemen and everything.
And so yeah, Twin Man said Jerry Rice was the best player in the 90s. Jerry Rice has one Super Bowl, Emmett has three. Emmett has a Super Bowl MVP,
Yeah,
Jerry Rice
Jerry
don't.
Rice was
I
the
thought. I
team, was
thought.
the
Jerry
player
Rice
of the
has
80s.
Jerry
I
Rice
thought
does
Jerry
not
had
have a
two.
regular season MVP. Emmitt Smith does. Emmitt Smith had more rushing yards than he had receiving yards, and Emmitt Smith
Mhm.
had more touchdowns than Jerry Rice had in the 90s.
I could.
No,
I
Jerry
could
Jerry
never
Rice
Rice
was
I
has
say.
not a
thought
no,
better
Jerry
no, no,
player
Rice
in the
no,
had
no,
two
90s.
no,
rings.
no, no.
I
Stop
could
that,
never say.
Brandon. Jerry Rice has more yards than he has
Not in the
rushing yards
90s, and not in the 90s.
And
in the
you know,
90s.
Yeah, Jerry
In
Rice
the
receivers,
was
90s.
all his
He got
receivers,
accomplishments in the
and
80s.
he got more
receivers depend a
touchdowns
lot on the
too.
fucking
And
He
quarterback.
has more
and
touchdowns in the
touchdowns.
90s than Emmitt Smith. He does not have more yards or touchdowns than Emmitt Smith in the 90s. Emmitt Smith was the best player in the 90s.
Oh, we're gonna have to look
And
this
Jerry
up.
Rice has some dope
Yeah.
quarterbacks, man. He has some dope
Yeah,
quarterbacks.
you guys
You
could
depend.
look
You
it up.
gotta
You could
have.
take your phones.
You gotta
1990
have a
to
quarterback.
1999, Emmitt Smith was the best player in the 90s.
No,
Look at the
Jerry
quarterbacks he
Rice
had
got
too, man.
3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but two of them were in
He
the
has
80s.
one in the 90s.
Oh, all
In the
right.
90s,
All
only
right.
90s, not
All right.
total
Yeah, he
career.
has one in the 90s. He has one in the 90s.
Yeah, he has
Right.
one in
Yeah.
the 90s.
Emmitt Smith has three. Jerry Rice does have
Against
a
them
Super Bowl
boys.
MVP. Jerry Rice don't have
He
a
does have a Super
regular
Bowl
season
MVP. He
MVP.
does
Yeah,
have a
he
Super Bowl
does.
MVP.
He
Not
does.
in the 90s.
Yes, he does.
Not in the
Oh,
90s. I'm
nah,
talking
not
about
in
the 90s. We're not talking
Yeah,
about
you're
career.
right. You're right.
He
Okay,
doesn't
okay,
have
okay.
it in the
You're right.
90s.
All right.
That's
You're
what I
right.
said. Jerry Rice, most of his accomplishments was in the 80s.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was in the 90s too.
Yeah.
He has
had
a lot
He
of
had
Yeah,
MVP
yards,
in the
man.
90s. He
had
don't have a Super
some.
Bowl
He
MVP
has
in the
But he
90s.
didn't. Yeah, he
22,000
didn't.
yards, man. That man has 22,000 yards. The man has over 200 touchdowns.
Almost
The man,
23.
Yes, he
yeah,
does.
he does. Yeah. So let's not forget that.
So
I mean,
trying to downgrade Emmitt Smith to downgrade LeBron is one of the most dumbest arguments that I hear.
It is.
Like
It
Emmitt
is.
Smith was not great. Emmitt Smith, they say Emmitt Smith was just good. Emmitt Smith was not good. Emmitt Smith was great. He had the
Great.
best running back career of all time.
Yes. A motherfucker asked me, so you trying to tell me he better than Jim Brown? Yeah. That's easy answer.
So
Yeah.
in the 90s, from 1990 to 1999, Emmitt Smith has career yards. Let's see, he has over 1,300 yards. I mean 13,000 yards. Over
8,000
14,000
and
yards.
like Jerry had like 12 something.
He has 136 touchdowns.
Touchdown.
Yeah, but he has also with receiving touchdowns. He has 11, and he has 2,700 yards receiving. So total from scrimmage is 16,691, and then 147 touchdowns total for that 10-year span. We can go to Jerry Rice and see what Jerry Rice got here. Jerry. Damn, Emmitt Smith was a beast. I always tell people you can't. He's the best. Jerry. I mean,
He was a cowboy. I don't like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to fuck with him.
always leave it up to Craig to drop the ball. Good job, Craig. That was a good one.
What really screwed Barry is when he signed that large contract. It was
Barry,
like 10 years.
Barry didn't want to leave anyway. He just didn't want to play football. It doesn't matter if Barry Sanders was signed for the max all the time and give his money away. Barry did not care about money. Barry did not care about getting traded. Barry didn't want to play football anymore.
Yeah. Jerry Rice.
With Megatron. That's why he left Detroit.
Yeah. Barry never really enjoyed playing football.
Yeah,
in the
Jerry
beginning.
Rice. Jerry Rice between 1990 and 1999 had 860 receptions, 12,000 yards, and 103 touchdowns. He had 109 touchdowns totals if you include rushing, and then he had 12,400 if you include rushing. So yeah, Emmitt Smith had more yards and touchdowns than Jerry Rice.
Super Bowls,
through the 90s.
But that's still
MVP, Super
impressive.
Bowls.
But that's
Yeah.
But that's
Right.
Emmett touching the ball more
That's
than
what I'm
Jerry
about to
Rice.
say.
They was giving Emmett the ball 20 times a game.
That's what make Emmett the man. That's why I keep telling y'all, Emmett's the man. He was the Dallas Cowboys. He was the best player on
Jerry
that team.
Rice has to be thrown the ball. Then he has to catch the
That's
ball.
true.
Then he has
That's
to
true.
run the ball. So
That's true.
It's
That's
football.
true.
That's just how it works in football.
12,000 than it
That's
is
true.
for Emmett to get 13.
Nowadays, it's the other way around. Today, receivers touch the ball more than running backs because there's always two of them.
That's true.
And sometimes three. The Chiefs use 4 running backs. They get maybe 5 carries each.
Man. Yeah,
That
man.
was
Listen,
the
man.
game,
Emmitt Smith.
the way
Emmitt
the game
Smith.
played.
Y'all just
It's
like
just different today.
y'all just like Barry Sanders because of what he did, all the flashiness and the highlights. But
Don't say
I mean,
y'all. That's
Barry
not-
Sanders he's
I don't
one of
know.
one. There would never be another Barry Sanders, I don't think. There
He
haven't
wasn't
been
even
since.
flashy. He was just dope.
There haven't been since. I don't know if it's possible for there to be another Barry Sanders with how
No.
quick these guys are. Like I don't know if it's because the players are better and quicker and can move today.
Mhm.
But back then, it seemed like they were stuck in sand. Like I don't know if it's possible
Well-
for another player to
well,
be like
the
Barry. I just don't know.
The equipment
Yeah,
back
he
then
was
was more
lifted.
bulkier and everything, and way
I don't
more
know.
than what the equipment now. I could tell
Yeah.
you that for a fact. Like you got to
They're
look
different.
at the shoulder pads and everything. They weighed more. So today,
Way more.
yeah, they're gonna look quicker because it's much lighter.
Way more. These kids don't know what it is to have on a water helmet.
What?
Yeah.
Water helmet.
I played with that,
I
man.
guess we did
I'm
have
gonna
it.
tell you,
That
that
we
ain't
had
no
water. We
joke
pumped air
playing
in
with
those
those.
motherfuckers.
Yo, but y'all
Like,
remember Jerry put up those numbers in a league where you could hit the player coming across the middle of the field. You could actually grab and hold a little bit more.
Shit.
But put your thing on silent, brother. Put it on silent.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, we talking Emmitt Smith though and Barry. But Barry, you have something,
Right.
right? Bring it up.
Yeah,
Bring it
yeah.
up.
So let me go ahead and bring up some of these clips so we can talk about there.
Uh-huh.
All right, hold on. Let me grab one. All right. I'm gonna bring up Paul Pierce first. So this is what Paul Pierce said. I guess it's 2020.
Fellas, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
That's cool.
Final MVPs.
Three different franchises.
3 different franchises, 4 MVPs regular season. He's the second greatest player behind Michael Jordan solidified.
That's a long step for you.
That's a
That's a
big
big move for you.
Absolutely.
It's a big move for
And
you.
he's still going.
Yes,
He's still
he is.
going.
Still
He
going.
still has a chance to catch him.
All right, so we all know that Paul Pierce and LeBron has some battles, and they didn't really like each other throughout. I don't know if it was LeBron, but it was Paul Pierce. He always had this chip on his shoulder. Yeah, he always had this chip on his shoulder about LeBron. And he really thinks he's better than Wade. He really thinks that he's better than a lot of people. He didn't even. I think before he won that finals, I don't even think he had LeBron in the top 5. It was a struggle for him to say LeBron was top 5.
Yeah.
And that was in 2020. It was a struggle for him. Like he did not want to say LeBron was, top 5. But this is, Paul Pierce today.
This conversation, I mean, we talk about the GOAT, man. He might be the GOAT. I think that right there probably solidified. And so I gotta probably put him up there at GOAT status, man. It's not undeniable.
That's it, Joe. I mean, we put Cat was king of kings when he was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is what it is. I told you, man, I said this earlier, man, this is the changing of the guard of everything we've known the game to be. And this is the first parts of the transition of now Bron being king of the hill.
Oh.
So just like I was saying, how LeBron accomplished this is so important that people are changing what their opinion on LeBron James. This record is more than just scoring more points than anybody. It's more than that. What LeBron has accomplished, what he's been through, this record embodies what LeBron James has done in his career. And he has done this in Black History Month. This is Black excellence in Black History Month. This guy should be celebrated more than anything. But all I see online is hate because of what he's done. He's played longer than everybody, this and that. We didn't put Karl Malone as the second greatest player of all time because of points. Larry Bird's like number 40. This is not just points. This is what LeBron has accomplished his whole career. Top it off on this all-time leader. And he's like, I put the graph up. He's all-time leader in career points, regular season points, postseason points, and even all-star game points. Let's just throw that out there. And Karl Malone has played more games than
Don't
LeBron.
forget the Olympics too.
Yeah, Kareem has played more than LeBron. Like LeBron has done so much in this league that there's only a few people that we could put in this argument now, since he's, like Kevin Garnett said, he's sitting at, the top of the hill. All right, so let me add another clip before we start talking more and more about this. So, of course, this comes with a lot of people not thinking LeBron is as great as he is because of this. Is just a longevity record, and anybody could get if they play the song. All right, this is Mad Dog on ESPN.
Between LeBron and Jordan is simply the fact that Jordan was an assassin. When you needed a big basket to win a game, he never failed you. When you needed free throws to make in a big game, he never failed you. He won 6 championships, and the times that he lost, once to Orlando, he was coming back off baseball, to Detroit earlier in his career, he never had any help out of Pippen. Jordan never let you down. LeBron got away with it a second time. By the way, Dallas, we know he was terrible in the fourth quarter in these games, awful. The year that Nowitzki won. Remember, Ray Allen bailed him out. Because if Ray Allen did not make that 3 off the Bosch offensive rebound in Game 6 against the Spurs, he was terrible in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, but he was great in Game 7. He was great in Game 7.
This is Game 6.
I know that, but he was great in Game 7.
If he doesn't make that shot, we are going to sit there and say, geez, can LeBron make a shot in the fourth quarter? Because he was bad in that fourth quarter. I love the LeBron. But if you're going to be fair about it, and you're going to analyze this from...
All right, so... All right. Before you guys talk, I'm gonna give up to the panel to talk about this.
Quinn, right quick, please. You Quinn, please.
Okay. What was it again?
Yeah, your background. You got background noise, brother.
Background noise all over the place.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So before we even talk about this, I just want to state how both of them, Stephen A. Smith and Mad Dog, are just trying to downgrade what LeBron did. They're bringing up things that not even true, for one thing. Game 6 in that Spurs series, LeBron James was 7 for 11 in the fourth. Mad Dog say, is he going to make a shot? LeBron had 16 points in the fourth quarter. He said LeBron played terrible. That shot didn't win the game. He said Ray Allen saved him. So all of that is incorrect. All that is incorrect. And they just want to bring up negative things about LeBron and don't say anything. They saying that Pippen was the reason Jordan couldn't win. We make excuses for LeBron, but all they do is make excuses for Michael Jordan. Paxson in the 91 finals, the dude was so wide open, he just started drilling. I think he made like 8 shots in a row in like the fourth or something. Like it was crazy. He hit a game-winning shot versus the Suns. Kerr hit a game-winning shot versus the Jazz. So Ray Allen sending it into overtime is not winning the game, for one thing. Just like being up in Game 6 is not winning the series. So if Ray Allen saved LeBron's career, what does that say about Michael Jordan? And like I said, both of them are just lying about LeBron for some odd reason, saying he played bad in Game 6 in that Spurs series when he scored 16 points when they're down by 10. And he was 7 for 11. It's just another thing that they use to try to knock LeBron for being an all-time leading scorer. And they need to knock him down just so we can elevate Jordan. Jordan do not need to be elevated today. He do not need to be elevated. Michael Jordan had a great career like Emmitt Smith. He had the best career in the 90s, period, hands down. All right, go ahead, Rob. Do you have anything?
I don't say about Mad Dog. Like I said, I don't agree with what he said.
All right, you guys.
We don't like, man.
It's like you pick these clips and like these
are the biggest people on the internet that everyone agrees with.
This guy's on. He's up
don't
on
agree
the
with them at
morning
all.
show every morning. Go ahead, Devontae. What you think about what Brandon's bringing up and how they trying to discredit LeBron in general, because they're not celebrating LeBron. They got to, like Brandon said before he did this. If he breaks this, they're going to mention all his failures with it. They're not just going to say he has the all-time record or nothing like that. So go ahead, speak on it, brother.
You can't listen to these guys on First Take. I stopped watching First Take when Stephen A. Smith said he doesn't consider anybody that played any player or any team that came before Michael Jordan. He don't consider them at all in anything. So once he said that, I was done with Stephen A. Smith. I think I like listening to him talk. The way he do it. But him and Chris Russo, they clowns. They straight up clowns in the things they say.
I wouldn't say Chris Bouchard, but I agree with you on Stephen A.
Chris Bouchard's a clown.
That's that mad dog dude.
Go ahead, Quinn. Go in on.
I think Chris Bouchard is on the Michael Jordan payroll, man. I just think he gets limited supply of Michael Jordan tennis shoes. He probably wear a fresh pair every day. He got all of the gear, and he's getting a check.
We can say that about Kendrick Perkins. We can say that about Nick Wright. I mean, come on now.
My thing is
now
this,
you can say the same thing.
No, we can't, because Jordan.
Yes, you can, man. Come on.
Oh my God, that boy.
Jordan is known for buying things out, Nike and everything. They know for that. Jordan is known for not talking to the media. He's the most pettiest person ever. And that's why Stephen A. Smith acts the way he acts, because Michael Jordan checked him with Charles Oakley one day when Stephen A. Smith called LeBron the GOAT in the mid-2000s. And Michael Jordan pulled up on him and told him, you better watch your mouth. And Oakley almost slapped him. And then from there on out, yes, he said it. He said I had to be reminded, because remember, they were trying to make Michael Jordan the GOAT in '88, and people kept reminding him then, no, you can't be the GOAT then. So the whole thing was LeBron had to win a championship. But when LeBron started losing, it was like, okay, well, he maybe never get a championship. And then when he started winning, it was like, well, he was losing. He was the one that brought up the whole 6-0 thing, because he had to defend Michael Jordan to the fullest. And like, just like what's it called? Devontae just said it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody does. Nobody can be better than Michael Jordan. And you're gonna bring up something for it. But why are we talking about this though, when LeBron just broke the record? Why are we bringing up all this other stuff? Why are you trying to make somebody better than LeBron when all we're talking about is him breaking Kareem's impossible record, 38, 338.
And that's that. He's a perimeter player, and he did it. But my thing is, look at Skip Bayless. He would come on, if you're not seeing the signs. He's always arguing for Mike. He'll go on and point to he got on Jordans every day saying, look, I'm on the payroll. That's what he's saying. I'm on the payroll.
Listen.
So it don't matter what you say. I'm going to argue against LeBron. I'm going to try to shit on him. I'm on the Michael Jordan. I'm pointing to these Nikes. I'm on the Michael Jordan payroll.
I already told you about Skip. Well, you wasn't here, Quinn. Last week, we
I
don't
missed
claim
it.
Skip. We don't claim Skip.
You got to claim Skip. If you're a Jordan fan, you got to claim Skip.
Skip at the top. Skip at the
top.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm gonna tell you, I feel like Skip, he talks ridiculous. I'm gonna be objective about that. But what really got me is the way he did Shannon Sharp. I did not like that. I can't condone that, So after that, and also, I mean, it was a red flag when he was nitpicking with Westbrook, Bosch Spice. That I didn't like that either. But the cherry on the top is what he did to Shannon Sharp. What
did he do?
He was when he you didn't see that take, man.
He was telling him that Brady's better than him. Your career ain't working.
He was basically saying Shannon was jealous of Tom Brady because Tom Brady's better than him.
Yeah, man. Like after that, man, I'm like, nah, I can't get with Skip, and I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised he's still on TV, but I mean,
he like missed the show. He was so pissed off at
Jordan.
He's not show up.
Yeah, Jordan ain't gonna let him get fired. Ain't nobody getting rid of Skip. He's on the Michael Jordan payroll.
And one of the things is that it's just Jordan is so influential that people don't want to piss him off. We already saw Charles Barkley say something about his team, and he don't even talk to him no more just because he made some bad picks. And this is somebody that he was friends with for 20 years, 25 years, and he won't even speak to him.
No more shoes for you.
Yeah, like
Wasn't
they
there a
don't want to
report?
piss Michael Jordan off
As
because
a
sometimes
person,
they
I
need to talk
mean,
to him.
No, didn't
Sometimes they
they
need to
just
talk to him.
report? Didn't they just report that he tried to pay the TNT to put on the Charlotte game instead of the Laker game because he didn't want
I don't,
he didn't
I
want
don't know
LeBron.
if that was true,
It
but
was, I
but
think
I
it
heard.
came from Bleacher Report. It came from Bleacher Report supposedly. I didn't really
I
double
don't know
check
if
on
that
it.
was true, but I know Nike paid a lot of money for that 20. I mean, for that 23 day. And that's I know they paid a lot of money for like ESPN to do that.
They didn't. The fans did because they're gonna release some more shoes and just recoup
Yeah.
that.
No, they actually pay ESPN to like have certain stuff on that day. So I don't know how much Jordan had to do with that, but I know it was Nike trying to keep Michael Jordan, in the picture just like that MVP
I'm
trophy.
I'm gonna say this as a person outside of basketball, LeBron is a better person than Jordan. I can really say that. If we're gonna speak outside of basketball, I feel like LeBron is a great person over Jordan.
I
Yeah.
agree too.
I mean, we
but
don't
the thing
know
is,
them.
I
We don't
care
know
for
them
Michael Jordan's
personally.
personal life because I don't
Yeah.
know the man.
And I was say we don't know them personally.
Well-
We really don't. But we could just say LeBron is more personable. Like you could say LeBron he seems more approachable, right? He seems like you can,
That's-
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. Like I was told you, he's
And-
relatable to our society. He dressed like us. He listens to the type of music we listen to. Like I told y'all, NJ's a cornball. Y'all don't want to accept that, man.
I'm gonna say,
He only looks good in a red and black
Listen.
uniform. Other than that,
Listen,
he wears
I'ma tell you
boots and
the reason-
bootleg pants, and he wears
Goofy ass jeans.
yes, exactly.
I don't know if y'all heard the story with Chameleonaire about with the Jordan situation.
Yeah, I
And
heard
like
that.
when he did that, that's why I was like, yo, he's not a good
Yeah,
person.
Jordan is
Like he
disrespectful as hell.
bought the jersey for like
he's an
$7,000 for charity towards his charity, and then he was just like, yo, can we take a picture? And like he shoot him off like it was nothing.
You say
Like,
you
come
don't
on,
take
man.
pictures with
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 dudes.
no niggas.
Yeah, he only
Yeah,
takes
so
pictures
I'll take pictures with niggas.
of females.
And that's why the trophy
Uh-oh.
don't look like him too. The reason the MVP trophy don't look like him is because you have to pay Michael Jordan to put his image on anything. So and let's get that out of the way. And Michael Jordan been paying 2K for years to put him on 2K covers forever. We already know about that.
Come on, man.
That's facts. That's facts. Every 2K we get a new Jordan. There's like 25 Jordans in this 2K. You know why we need the Jordan
Oh,
85?
come on,
We
man.
don't need an 85 Jordan. An 85 Jordan with a chain
Oh,
and ragged ass sneakers of his.
He's silly.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Let my mic.
let me go ahead and add another clip. Since I'm gonna keep it away from I'm just going ahead and ask Stephen A. Smith.
Listen, man, come with it.
Just go ahead and listen to Stephen A. Smith.
Oh my God, not this guy.
It has been, it is, and will always be, at least for the foreseeable future, number 2 all time behind Michael Jordan. I put him ahead of Kareem, although Kareem has a better resume. 6 titles, 6 MVPs, 19-time All-Star, all-time leading scorer until last night.
So he's making a case that he's above Jordan too, but
The
okay.
only person with the one unstoppable move, all of that kind of thing. But I don't put him ahead of Jordan, and it's not just because of less titles, less scoring championships, less NBA Finals MVPs, less all defensive team. It's not just because of that. And in terms of that killer assassin, I think that he was lacking that earlier in his career. Michael Jordan never lacked that. Michael Jordan lacked teammates. Michael Jordan lacked a couple of other things, people around him.
Teammates.
But he never lacked that. You never looked at Michael Jordan
Tenacity,
and said the
toolbox.
Bulls lost because of him. You looked at Cleveland, you looked at Miami in the first year and felt like they didn't win because of LeBron James.
I hate him. I hate him. I hate
For
him.
me, it has
I hate
been,
him.
it is, and will always be, at least for the foreseeable future, number 2.
Fuck him, man. I hate that dude, man.
So like I said, like
It's the question they be asking that have nothing.
like
He knows,
I hate him,
he
man.
knows what they're gonna ask him though. Don't act. They know the script. He knows what he's gonna say. He knows exactly what he's gonna do. That man.
He talks shit about Michael Jackson. I hate him.
Yeah, no, listen, LeBron James just passed the record. They're supposed to talk about LeBron James, and he's over here talking about the GOAT. Like, Like all these things, basically, you just said, I'm too biased for Michael Jordan to put anybody above Michael Jordan. That's basically all he said, simple and plain. I'm too biased for MJ.
Payroll, definitely payroll.
Yeah, like one of the things, because we got, Ralph and Craig on, they have Jordan, as the GOAT. Sometimes Ralph do hate on LeBron, but I don't I don't see that much from Craig. Sometimes Ralph say, he got this
Craig been
because
quiet.
he played longer. Like that's not really hating, but that's not what
It's a
the
fact,
media do.
right?
Yeah, that's not what the media tries to throw LeBron under the bus. Like it's not because of this, because of that. Like Jordan just didn't have this. Jordan just didn't have that. LeBron, he lost because of this. He lost because of that. Because it's LeBron who did this. Like they blame LeBron for his losses and they make excuses. Like both Stephen A. Smith blamed his teammates and Mad Dog blamed Scottie Pippen and his teammates. Like they blame the teammates for Jordan not winning, and they blame LeBron for not winning.
Well, and if you want to get technical, Jordan, especially in the playoffs, Jordan only been outscored one time in the playoffs by the opposing team best player.
That's more than just scoring in basketball.
But he's never been outshot neither. No one's ever
taken more shots than him. Who was that player? Who was that player?
It was Terry Cummings his rookie year.
Cummings was a monster. I forgot about. He used to be a monster. Goddamn.
That was his rookie year.
Listen, after that, every playoff series, you take the best player against the Bulls. They did not outscore Jordan in that series. So technically,
listen, the man literally just said that his whole crux for Jordan being the GOAT was killer instinct. Where is the killer
instinct? Outscoring the best player on your opposing team?
No. Where is Jordan's killer instinct when he doesn't have Pippen? Where's Jordan's killer instinct when he doesn't have the teammates? Because if they are the reason why the Bulls lost, then they are also the reasons why the Bulls won. You can't have it both ways.
All I say is this. Real quick. I'm sorry. I saw LeBron James here in Indianapolis in the Game 7. Paul George's last game here in Indianapolis. Cleveland was down the whole game. LeBron James came in that motherfucking fourth quarter. God damn it. I thought I was in a movie. The shit that man was doing, and then he ended the game with a fadeaway three-pointer out of bounds. Bam! They killed 40-point triple-double. I don't know where they get this killer instinct shit from. That man is insane, bro.
Go ahead, Ralph.
What they're saying is like it wasn't consistent. Like LeBron had.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
No,
that's insane.
Throughout
bro.
his career, no, it wasn't.
What are you talking? Oh my god. Okay.
It wasn't. He was show. He was not consistent.
If they would have never assembled that goddamn Golden State Warrior team to defeat LeBron James, he'd have like fucking 7-8 rings. They assembled a team to beat this man, bro.
Jordan had chances to win, and he couldn't win because, again, he was never on the best team. When Jordan didn't have the best team, he didn't win. He lost a lot. He lost a lot. And that killer instincts did not exist during those series. In 95, it's baseball. He didn't have killer instinct. He had baseball. Somehow, baseball blocked the killer instinct in 95. You know what I'm saying?
What? That don't make sense.
Yes, somehow, because he just said that he was playing baseball. There. No, he lost. He still lost. He was playing basketball and he lost. He lost.
He averaged 32 points a game versus Orlando.
1999, Michael Jordan has a chance to show everybody his killer instinct. What did he decide to do? He said, I would not rather play the game of basketball than to show y'all my killer instinct, that I love the game so much because I have it in my contract. I love to play the game of basketball. The man quit. Where is the killer instinct then? He comes back in 2001. Where is the killer instinct then? He was going out there giving you 2 points here, 10 points here, then scoring 40 and then going here. Even the coach had to bench him and told him, we're going to bench you. We're going to bench you after taking you. That's what I'm saying. We can talk. I told you, if you guys want to talk negatives oh, I can get negative. I can expose Michael Jordan for all that
You
stuff.
could twist it.
No, because no, it's not twist because
Yes,
because killer instinct cannot be
95
measured.
he hit have the killer instinct.
Killer
That don't
instinct
make sense.
cannot be measured. Dame Lillard is known for his Dame time, but why is it always only in the fourth quarter? Where's Dame time in the third quarter? Where's Dame in the? These are things that you guys love to boost up and make it seem like it's something when it's really not.
Nothing. It's really nothing.
All right, let me
Perfect example. You win the game. You win the game by playing 48 minutes. Okay. If it's not if Ray Allen misses the shot, LeBron James' legacy is destroyed. No. If Manu Ginobili hits his free throws, that's what you should be saying. If Kawhi Leonard hit one of those free throws, they the ones who choke. They go into a game 7. Chris Bosh scores 0 points. Ray Allen scores 0 points in a game 7. Who dominates the game 7? LeBron James. Who wins the title? LeBron James. That's what he did. Where's the oh my God, he has the killer instinct. When he was doing it in 2006, when he was facing, 2007, when he's going up against Detroit and he's scoring 28 points out of 29 points straight. No one says, look at the killer instinct LeBron James has.
They don't want to say that.
Against Detroit, that was great.
That was killer instinct. That was killer instinct.
But
he needed that.
What
His
I'm
team
saying,
needed that. He don't do
what
that.
I'm saying is the consistency of being that way.
There is no consistency because you're not playing the same opponent every time.
8 straight finals. That's very consistent.
Consistency, no, because in the
He went to 8
finals,
straight
no, we're talking about like he said against Detroit. Yeah, he mollywopped them in that Eastern Conference Finals. What he averaged? 30? I can't remember how much he averaged in that series.
No, he didn't average. I think he averaged like 24 or something like that.
No, it was much higher than that.
No, it wasn't that. It was like
I'll fact check
24.
that for you.
The next season he faces Boston. To the point to where Kendrick Perkins admits, I wish this man get hurt. I don't even want him to show up.
He scored 45 in game 7 and he lost. He don't have killer instinct.
Huh? No, he didn't say try to do. He just said he wished that he
said he wished he would have got hurt. He was tore his knee up or something.
He wished LeBron would have fell off the stairs walking in his house or some shit like that. Like that's how much killer instincts LeBron James had then. But again, you guys don't want to really talk basketball because if we talk basketball, we could talk about the team, the strategies, what was happening.
He averaged 26.
The same way Michael Jordan could go score 45 against Cleveland in 1988 to win that series, hit a game-winning shot over Elo, right? In a 5-game series, he has to make a last shot to get there. Then he goes into the next series and choke, and y'all say, "Oh well, Scottie Pippen didn't do what he was supposed to do." Where was Jordan's 45? Where was Jordan's 35? Where was his killer instinct?
Still outscored.
Yeah, 27.
The best player on that team.
No,
just like when they say,
just
like when they say,
game 5.
Just like when they say LeBron choked versus Dwight Howard's team when he averaged 38, 8 and 8, but he choked. Like that's the narrative we have when LeBron loses, he choked. But when Jordan loses, it's his teammates' fault.
That's because Jordan never lost when he was the favorite. LeBron has lost when he was the favorite. If you expect to win and lose, that's bad.
No, who's expecting that? Who's the favorite? Who is making them the favorite? Who is actually doing that?
Everybody who's talking basketball. I mean,
no. Favorites are bet off of degenerate gamblers in Vegas making bets.
So
people
if a team
like
wins
Tim
66 wins,
listen.
So let me ask you,
they literally changed the odds.
You know that? You know, team at 50. Go ahead.
But, hold on. Do you know that supreme gamblers actually change odds because they know how to change?
I do know that if I see a 66
so
win team,
the basis has nothing to do with.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to go after the 66 win team. That's just obvious, right?
So why did LeBron James beat more teams that were better than him, that had more wins than him than Jordan did then?
What happened?
Because every time you guys say that, LeBron has beaten more teams that had better record than his team than Jordan did.
And he also lost.
So
more.
No, so that's the favorite, right? You just said no.
Did.
That means he beat more teams that were really favored by their team record.
Team as well, more than Jordan did. It's the same. It's equal.
You want to talk losses. It's not equal. You want to talk losses. We're not talking losses. We're talking winning. That's what I'm saying. You have to go to the negative. And like I told you, I just spent 15 minutes giving you my negatives about Jordan, exposing him. So negative.
It's the same.
But one of the main things for me is that Michael Jordan never beat a great team. That's That's pretty obvious. Like
That's
he never beat a
who
great
says
team.
who says that? The same people that say
He has never beat a great. What great team did Michael Jordan beat?
I'm not. Who said who makes these teams great?
Okay, like I said, Michael Jordan never beat
All
a
right,
great team. That's
we
why.
just had the conversation with Ajani. Who makes
every time we tell you that, you guys don't want to accept it, because when I tell you Jordan should have beat the Detroit Pistons in '88, you tell me he shouldn't have. If I tell you he was supposed to beat them in '89, you tell me he shouldn't have. In 1990, they had a better record than Detroit, and I tell you they were supposed to beat them then. You say he shouldn't have. But only time he could have beat them was when they changed the rules, and when you think Michael Jordan's killer instinct was enough to outmaster everybody in '91.
Why do you think that they should have beat him in '88?
Because the Bulls were a better team. The Bulls were a better team, and Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
They were the better team.
The Bulls were the better team.
Wasn't Michael Jordan the best player in the league?
Michael Jordan did more things than anybody ever did. Nobody ever did what Michael Jordan did in 1988. Nobody. Including choke in the playoffs.
Detroit was the better team at the time. They were rated number 2, and the Bulls was number 3. So how would it they the better team?
They had 3 more wins than the Bulls. The Bulls won 50 games. They won 53.
And how many games did
the Bulls had? The Bulls had the number. The Bulls had the number one. Wait, the Bulls had the number 1 defense. The Bulls had the MVP, the scoring champ, the steals champ, everything.
That's one player.
What did Detroit have?
Detroit, they had better players overall from top to bottom. They had top to bottom.
From what? How you basing that on? From what? You just saying it? Did you say it?
No, they had better players. You had Isaiah Thomas. You had
Isaiah.
You had Isaiah. You had Jordan. They had a better team than Jordan.
No, they didn't.
Pippen wasn't. Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. They had Joe Dumars. They had
Joe Dumars was in
Adrian
his 3rd
Danny.
NBA season. He's not that's you can't bring up Joe Dumars. It's like Scottie Pippen. It's like again, he had Oakley.
So
Michael Jordan had players too. Michael Jordan didn't have. It looked like Jordan didn't have nobody. He had Horace Grant. He had players. Like Michael Jordan had players.
That's what you guys
do. That's what you guys do. You lie. Michael Jordan had a team. Man, they won 50 games. That was a good basketball team.
They had 7 players averaging the double figures compared to the Bulls. They only had like 3.
So 60
they were the
points
better
team is nothing, but somebody averaging 10 points is something.
Mike kept a stable of 7-footers, bro. He kept a stable of big men. Always had a stable of big men, because back then they was just bullying motherfuckers. That was a huge myth. Like always had a stable of big men, 7-footers, 6'10" guys. You know, he always had that.
The Bulls 88
so they can get rebounds and bully up, and you shoot all day.
The Bulls 88 roster was a good team. They had a good roster. They had players that were all in the top 10 first-round draft picks all over the place. They had Paxson, they had Oakley, they had Grant, they had Pippen, they had Michael. They had a team.
You can't bring up
Mike
Hunter
Olowokandi is a good player because he was drafted number 1.
But you can bring up Grant and Pippen and their rookie season. That's what you're telling me? You can't say
No, I'm not the one who's bringing up rookies
because he's 3rd season, but you bringing up Pippen
but I'm telling you the Bulls were good enough. I'm telling you the Bulls were good enough. I'm telling you they were good enough.
No.
I'm telling you
they were good enough. Better. How's that good enough?
Now you're saying good enough. You said better. No, they weren't.
They had Michael Jordan doing everything. That's why they're better. Michael Jordan's better than anybody else on that roster.
They wasn't better at that time. They wasn't. They wasn't better.
They were better in 1990. Why they lose then? We're gonna go to. They were better in 1990.
Pepe, remember what Fluent said? Because Pepe only played 10 minutes. That's why they lost.
That's what I'm saying. What happened in 95? How did they lose then? You going to tell me Orlando was the better team then? The Magic were better? Better than Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen?
The one thing is that, Jordan is allowed to lose to better teams, but LeBron James is not allowed to lose to better teams. Like, that's just what the narrative has always been. LeBron should win because he's the greatest. LeBron should make every free throw because he's the best player on the court. And that's not the case.
They think Orlando was better than LeBron. They think Orlando was better than the Cavs. I mean, LeBron, the Magic,
better than
exactly. The Heat were better than the Mavs. The Cavaliers were better than the Warriors. All of this. The Lakers were better than the Suns. These are all this is their false narratives, and they're basing it off of nothing.
I wouldn't say
my bad. They're basing off of double digits. If you average 10 points, mind you, 20 points per game don't mean nothing. But if you average 10 points per game, you're a good team.
I mean, if you have 5 people scoring 10 points and you have 2 people on other teams scoring 20.
Thank you.
Like,
That's
my
why
God.
the Bulls wasn't winning, because Jordan was shooting everything.
Boom.
That's a Jordan problem.
Thank you.
That's a Jordan problem. That's why
Thank
Phil
you.
Jackson said you're gonna have to start shooting less, and Michael Jordan said he needs at least 32
Well,
points
he
a
had to
game.
learn that. That was all things I had.
I mean, Michael Jordan said, I'm gonna shoot less, but I'm gonna get at least 32. So you need to make sure my offense allows me to get 32 points a game.
I mean, I actually worked 6 times though. I mean, it worked 6 times though.
It worked 6 times after they changed the rules for him.
6 out of 10.
And he had the best team all 6 times. He had the best.
Hold on, wait.
Ajani, I need to run down the rule changes, because people act like they don't know what the fuck. Run down those rule changes for me.
No, we already ran down the last time, and we
JJ says stopped in the ballot. Let me go ahead and bring up JJ Redick.
Go ahead.
He on the payroll. He on the payroll, like Quinn said. He on the payroll. Yeah.
First of all,
you want to say that?
You weren't allowed to do it in the scoring area. Secondly, illegal defense. How many times have we seen LeBron James isolated on the left wing and seen that secondary defender flood the box? It's called flooding the box and coming all the way across. That's illegal defense. In the NBA, in the 80s and 90s, you could not leave your man. So yes, there's more space now. There's also more help. You think about last night and watching him score, taking on 2 defenders every single time. And by the way, the Jordan rules, I get it, man. There was more physicality for sure. A lot of that was just harder fouls. Well, go watch the 1993 NBA Finals against the Phoenix Suns and tell me that was a physical series.
Yeah.
Hold on, somebody was about to talk.
It was just Stephen A. Smith saying that basically how Jordan got murdered in the lane without one scratch on him.
He agreed with it. He even brought up, JJ even brought up the fact that the players today are just faster. They have to move on a dime and be quicker, and so much of wear and tear on their bodies. And we've talked about this, about how they run around and they do so much now. They have to cover so much space. He said back then they just used to sit there and dribble, throw it to the big man, and somebody on the other side is doing nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Here's JJ finish it up. I only played part of it, but here's the rest of it.
The hand grabbing, the hard fouls. It's a valid point, Stephen A. I would add to that. And again, I didn't major in physiology when I was at Duke. I did not major in physiology, but I have a basic understanding of the load on people's tendons and joints and bones in today's game. Yes, the pace is higher. There is more space to cover on a general possession. If you watch 90s basketball, I grew up watching it. I watch it on YouTube on a weekly basis. There's a lot of standing still. There's a lot of post feed into Rick Smits. Everybody waiting. Are they going to double? Are they not going to double? Rick Smits dribbles. Rick Smits scores. The pace was less. So, yes, there were less possessions. I know it was physical. There were less possessions. There was less wear and tear on the body. And the other thing, I'm glad you brought this up, because Jordan took 1.5 years off. Then he took 3 years off. LeBron has done this for 20 years, played in 10 NBA finals, been on Olympic teams.
Yep.
There's a load on his body. What he's doing at 38, scoring 30 a game, let's give the man some credit.
Stephen A's response after that, JJ's right. I agree with him. That's exactly what Stephen A. Smith said after that. Got schooled by a Duke boy. Because you want to hate on LeBron. Just give the man his props, y'all. Just give the man his props. He earned this. The man played 20 years. Gave y'all everything he had. He gave you his killer instinct.
He tried to, but y'all keep talking about Jordan the whole dang show.
Because we can't talk about LeBron without you guys taking
doing
that.
The same thing that hating the other people doing.
Listen. Now, Johnny. Didn't I say last week we was not gonna do any of that? Y'all brought up Jordan. We weren't gonna do that. I said that last week, didn't I?
Literally was
I'm gonna bring up Jordan. Because I like to talk about Jordan. Because you know what? I'm gonna judge Jordan the way y'all judge LeBron. And I know for a fact how LeBron's judged, because as somebody who represents LeBron James, the LeBron sexual community, whatever you want to call us, I can tell you for a fact I can't talk about LeBron James without Jordan being mentioned to me at all. I can bring that as a fact. So much so we had to go create our own group to talk about LeBron James, because I can't even talk about LeBron James in an NBA group. But I'm going to talk about LeBron James in a positive way, and I'm going to make Jordan fans. But you know what? This is another thing too. A lot of y'all are not Jordan fans. A lot of y'all are LeBron haters, and Jordan is the only person you can use to make LeBron look bad. And so that's another problem we have. Y'all have to stop acting like y'all Jordan fans. Not you. I'm just saying. I'm talking to the people that are listening.
All right.
I'm listening to people that are
I'm
listening.
glad you said that.
A lot of y'all are not really Michael Jordan fans. And Michael Jordan is just the easiest argument you have because you don't know basketball enough to talk about Kareem. You don't know basketball enough to talk about Wilt. You don't know basketball enough to talk about Bill Russell. You only know Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. And that's why you always bring those two up when it comes to LeBron James, because you are just a casual fan who started watching basketball when ESPN made basketball a national thing. When NBC had Sunday basketball games, that's when you started watching basketball. So I'm going to show you, Brandon, can you bring up are you ready for me so that we can get up out of here?
Yeah, you can. You know, for me, the reason that I brought up that stuff because, you know, LeBron broke the record, and every time I tune into something, they're trying to discredit his every move. So I just wanted to like show like why they keep discrediting LeBron James for one thing. Like I don't understand. But go ahead, John.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, it's true. I mean, we couldn't even. People asking why did they stop the game? Even AD's upset, and he had to bring his family on. All of these things, like people were so upset. All of these, you know what I'm saying? Like we went and watched Kobe play, and nobody knew that Kobe was going to win that game against the Utah Jazz his last game. But people still showed up because you're supposed to appreciate greatness. So the man does what he does. Look at the dress code he had for y'all, man. That's a $10,000 suit right there, my man. That man was looking perfect on y'all. This is what he does. This is all he does.
He look like the black Tony Montana.
And the pressure to score 36 points in one game was crazy. All the pressure on him just to make sure he get that record with everyone in the stands. As soon as he touched the ball, the crowd going crazy, like it's a game 7 in the playoffs. That's how that atmosphere was. And he had to perform at the top of his level, the top 36 points in 3 quarters. Like that is bizarre that someone in his age played this many minutes who could do that.
I'm gonna give you one more. Listen, I'm gonna give you one more troll thing. He had to go over there and hug his daddy, Shannon Sharp. Nah, but all seriousness, it's a great accomplishment, man. That's great.
It's the top accomplishment, man.
Now, mind you, I told y'all when he did this, it was going to make sure that he was the greatest scorer of all time. Like that was it. He's already the GOAT. So as you can see, he's the all-time greatest scorer. And that's what gets people upset, because how can he be the greatest scorer? You can't be the GOAT. You can't be the greatest scorer. Michael. Well, Michael's in the back crying. It took him 2 days to write something, okay, his punk behind. At least he did better than Wilt. Wilt took 10 years. Go ahead, Brandon. Bring the next one up. This is Michael Jordan's fault. Because like I told y'all, if Michael Jordan doesn't quit the game of basketball, he would be the all-time leading scorer today. Yeah. And he would be considered the greatest scorer by Michael Jordan fans by using the same exact stat that I'm using, which is 38,390. You see the number, you see the GOAT, you see Michael Jordan crying, you see Scottie Pippen helping him because Michael Jordan can't win without Scottie Pippen. You see LeBron shooting a fadeaway mid-range in your mouth, DA, mid-range to break the record. Stop everything. Everything was on television was LeBron that night on CBS. God. On every channel, they were showing LeBron James. It was hurting you guys' heart. I was here in my house. I didn't even get sleep that night. I was so happy.
So I have a question.
Man, if
Michael Jordan would have never retired and he would have played, let's say, 20 years, do you think he would have averaged 30.1 points per game?
I can't really.
I don't do these hypotheticals, man.
I'm just saying, do you think he would have still averaged 30.1 points a game, or would it be higher or lower if he would have played 20 years?
It could be higher.
I don't.
So with breaks, it went down. Without breaks, it will basically go up. His points per game.
Let me see.
Because his last 5 out of 6 years, he averaged
the ball out of his hand and told him to shoot last night.
Okay, so basically, you're saying that he probably would not average 30.1 points a game. Okay, so that would mean he would have the most total points of all time, but Wilt Chamberlain would have been the points per game leader. would that make Wilt Chamberlain the greatest scorer of all time? Most people say no because Jordan will have more points. So why is it that LeBron has more points and you guys are saying that Michael Jordan's a better scorer?
Guys, because y'all keep doing this. Y'all keep taking.
Okay, who is the greatest scorer of all time, Craig? Who's the greatest scorer of all time? Who's the greatest scorer of all time?
The greatest score is all how you measure the greatest scorer. People use styles, what you did, because the average will tell you more than likely this player is going to score 30 points in any given game. That's what the average means. Total means you just played a long enough amount of time to accumulate this. Granted, you got to play well to get to do that, but the average would tell you, okay, this game he will give you 30. This game, this person will give you 27. So
okay, so if Jordan would average less than Wilt, he would be the greatest if he had the all-time leading scorer.
No,
you say Wilt would be the greatest scorer of all time again.
Because because it's basically saying on any given night that Wilt is on the floor, he's going to give you 30 points. That's what averages mean.
30.1.
All right. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Craig. Did Michael Jordan score 30 points each game?
He scored more than 30 points to average it out to be 30 points.
But did he still saying? But did he
score 30 points every game?
Okay, but the actual stat is 30 points per game. So did he actually have 30 points each game he played?
No, because sometimes he had less and sometimes he had more.
And I agree with you. Let me ask you a question. Did LeBron James score 38,390?
So did what?
Did LeBron James score 38,000 points, 390 points? He actually scored that. Okay, so that's why it's better, because that's what he actually did. The 30 point per game is an average, it's an estimate of what you may think he's going to do when he plays the game. LeBron actually scored 38,390 points. That's why that's the greatest scorer of all time. Let me ask you another question. Let me ask you another question. Who is richer, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Who has more money? Who's the richest person? Who has more wealth?
Well, with wealth, it depends on what you actually have, not what you're worth.
No, exactly.
It's still Jordan.
Okay, it's Jordan, right? Well, can I say LeBron James is better because it took him less years to get the money he got? Jordan has longevity, so he has more money because of longevity. So can I say LeBron James is actually more wealthier than Jordan because he did it less time?
You can say he obtained his wealth faster because the inflation.
Good point.
But that's what I'm saying.
Measure money with points because the value of money can go up 2 points. It's going to say the same no matter what you do.
And that's my point. And if Jordan plays 1,400 games, he doesn't average 30 points per game, and he averages somewhere around 28.
So you can obviously say the same way you can take them out of games. You can do all that. You can make these hypotheticals. If Jordan scored, I believe Jordan played 20 years. He wouldn't have played. He wouldn't have broken the record. That's what I believe.
But I believe Jordan's career spanned 20 years, okay? Because his career spanned 20 years. Those 15 seasons he played spanned 20 years. No one's fault. That's why he has to hold Scottie Pippen because he's really hurting right now. His heart is hurt. He don't know what boots to wear.
Oh, my God. We all know where that came from.
Came from him eating pizza. Should have been eating pizza late night, gambling and drinking. That would happen.
He was winning, doing it.
He had a
how many? It's crazy. He had like 38 that game too.
Disrespectful ass.
Listen,
he went out drinking the night before. Disrespectful.
See, like I said, this is very easy for people to do, man. Hating is easy. I don't know why people. That's why I guess y'all like to do it.
Hate. That's literally if you think he's the GOAT, it's only because he played longer.
No, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me hating on Jordan.
That's not hating. It's a fact. He played longer. He did great play.
No, that's not. That's wrong. That is not a fact.
He got most points because he scored better than anybody in NBA history.
Mm-hmm. No player in NBA history will ever average 27 points per game playing 1,400 games for their career. No player.
If we go by highest peak, it's Wilt Chamberlain. If we go by best seasons, it's Wilt Chamberlain. So Michael Jordan don't even really fit in this narrative.
What narrative? But
that Jordan's the greatest scorer of all time. Because if every time we break it up, it's going to be either Wilt or LeBron.
I mean, being the only Wilt guy up here, I'm listening to this back and forth. Wilt only played 13 seasons, and he only scored for 7 of them. And he still got 31,000 points.
And that's the same thing for if you break it down, Jordan played 13 seasons too with the injuries and missed games.
No. Jordan played 15 seasons. Stop it.
Yeah, he played 15.
Well, 27 last game.
Hey, the Windsor years ain't count. That didn't count. When he was with the
does
Wizards, it didn't
count.
count.
I'm talking
Jordan
about
played-
seasons.
We'll play
games
four.
is
Those years didn't
14
count.
the amount
seasons.
of games that Jordan played
14.
doesn't map to 15 seasons.
We'll
We'll
play
play 14 seasons.
27
He
less
did
games
14.
than Jordan. Yeah, I
Wilt-
go off a season. I go off the games when it comes to the
82
total
games
for
is
them.
an
Wilt was on the
season.
roster for 14 seasons, but he blew his knee out in the 69-70 season and missed the whole season. It came back
That's
for the
why.
playoffs.
He didn't miss a
That's
season.
a perfect
He didn't miss a
reason why I
season.
go over the games, because he played 1,045 games. Jordan played 1,072. So he
Wait,
played.
wait.
No, but Wilt decided to
27
stop shooting too. That's another
Wilt
thing too.
decided to stop
stopped
shooting.
Like
He
we
I'm-
said,
yeah.
whose fault is that?
Yeah, I
Well,
guess.
exactly.
Well, he didn't have to score 40 points a game no
What
more
year
when
did
he
he
got to
blow his
Philly.
knee out?
It's not his fault.
It was
Whose
70.
fault is
What
that?
year did he
It was
blow his
like
knee
in
out?
the
What year when he
70,
blew
like
his knee out?
70,
Didn't we discuss that
70,
already?
71,
Whose
something
fault
like
is
that.
He actually hurt his knee in the 69 finals. Because remember
When did he
they were-
retire? What year did he retire? What year did he retire?
74, but he
73.
didn't play 74. He didn't play 74.
No.
It was
73.
74. 73 was the last year he played. He had 14
73.
years. Yeah, 73 was the last year he played. They won a championship in 72. They came back 73, and in 74 he didn't retire that year, but since he didn't play, he was eligible for the Hall of Fame as far as not playing. He retired in 70.
Did he ever play against Russell? He played against
Yeah, he
Russell.
did.
Well, yeah, he
Yeah.
played his whole,
Of course.
almost his whole career versatile.
Oh, plenty of times.
He used to fuck Russell up, didn't he?
Yeah.
But Russell had the better team.
Well, I mean,
But I saw
Yeah,
Russell though.
yeah,
That nigga
I-
jumped over
I-
his head.
I always say, you know, when you look at Wilt and Bill, I feel like Wilt had probably the least amount of help out of a lot of these players, and
Yeah,
for
they
him
no
to
help.
accomplish what he did, it was phenomenal. You know,
Now he had
I've always
players.
said that.
He had
had
some. Players.
some,
People don't know, man.
but-
He's had some players. He did. It's just again he couldn't beat Boston. Boston, you forget, man.
That was
Boston
just
it was just beyond. They were able to get players, man. Boston picked up Tom Hyacinth and Bill Russell in the same draft. It was something about the Lakers and Boston
Didn't they
Celtics.
draft
They
Bird a year before he came out of college?
Yeah. It's
Red
like-
Auerbach, man. Red Auerbach
Yo,
just
hold
knew
on,
how
we
to
got
get
Bird.
players.
Go get your degree or whatever, and you got.
They were just able to get like one or two more extra players than everybody else. But
They had the best team in the league, and they drafted Lynn Bias. So,
Yeah, like if he was alive, bro, I'm gonna tell you, they would have been winning. I think they probably would have been winning throughout the 90s, to be honest with you.
But
Lynn Bias back then was a beast. If he was alive, and you got to remember Reggie Lewis as well.
Reggie Lewis too. He was averaging 20 points a game
Yeah.
in the league.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
both of them.
If those two was alive, along with Bird,
Talking about
come on,
too many brothers right now.
let's be serious. Let's
Which
talk
one of them-
about Boston.
Which one of them was the drug addict? Which one was it, Bias or Lewis?
He
No,
wasn't
Bias-
a drug addict. He wasn't a
he
drug
tried
addict.
it for the first
he
time
tried
and
it.
he
For
died
the
over
first
Yeah.
time on draft.
He OD'd on it.
Yeah.
He OD'd, yeah. That was fucked up, man.
Okay, so
I remember that coming on the
that was
news,
Len
man. I was a
Bias,
little kid.
That was
Len
Len Bias.
Bias. Len
Bias, yeah. I remember
Bias.
that coming on the
Oh
news.
yeah, we would be having a different conversation if Len Bias was alive.
I hear that all the time.
He
That's what they
was a
say.
monster in college.
Who is it? Maryland?
Yeah, University of Maryland.
So
Yeah.
but what I really heard is, you know, I'm a conspiracy guy. They say that he was coming in the league to dominate, and then Michael Jordan sent a hot pack to him and killed him.
I would say,
I'm joking. I'm
he had
joking.
Jordan's number. He had Jordan's number in college. Like he used to give Jordan the business. That's why I was like, if he would have came in the league and played, yeah, it would have been a different conversation, man.
Oh my God.
So they say.
right,
Reggie
y'all.
Lewis.
He would have got
What
the
is
ring.
Reggie Lewis is a
y'all
bad
Super Bowl
motherfucker.
picks? What's y'all Super Bowl picks?
Yeah, what's the Super Bowl?
We know you got the Chiefs.
I got money on the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs. The Eagles a better team, and I don't think Patrick Mahomes is as healthy as he can be to win this game. But I don't know.
It's rigged
I
for him.
think the Chiefs might have it. I mean,
I want Hurts to win,
not
but
the
I
Chiefs,
got a feeling. I
Eagles
want
most likely
Hurts to win it, but I don't know, man.
It's gonna be a good
Yeah.
game. I'm looking for a good game.
Twin Man says the Chiefs. I say, listen,
I can't back out now.
I want
I'ma go
the
NFC.
Eagles. I
All
want the
day.
Eagles to win, but I just think, man, Patrick Mahomes, if he
Enough
comes
of it.
out, you know, Philadelphia has to play perfect to win. That's how I see it, and they can. It's
No,
a
the Chiefs
possibility.
got to play perfect to win. That's the problem.
Yeah,
She-
because that defense got to put pressure on Mahomes, though.
They
They
got
got to
to
put pressure on him
Mahomes,
by him
Patrick
being
Mahomes
injured.
just has to play good. That's all. Patrick Mahomes play good. Forget about it. It's a wrap.
No, the
There's no
defense.
stopping Kelsey. There's no
Mahomes play
stopping
good
Kelsey.
all the time. It's their defense. Their defense is not good. They're
No, but-
like defensive line is good, but you get the ball up in the air. I don't know. The Chiefs always have to play so good to win games. They have not been the best team in the league, but Patrick Mahomes been willing them to win, and he's not 100%. Eagles are a better team.
If he plays right, if it's Mahomes' day, if he starts making those crazy stuff that he does, I don't see he deflates teams when he makes those little silly passes and does stuff. They like, man.
And I feel like Mahomes is like kind of in the LeBron situation. It doesn't matter if he wins. What Brady got 7, 8 rings? It doesn't matter. I think if he wins 2 or 3 more, he'll be the GOAT. It doesn't even matter that he doesn't have to tie Brady in rings. Like LeBron didn't have to tie fucking Jordan in rings. I don't think he has to tie.
Jordan didn't have to tie Russell in rings. But LeBron has to surpass Jordan in rings. So that don't make any sense, but it does.
It's not even the passion of Jordan rings. It's he had more opportunities to do it.
Well, it's Black History Month, so Hurts better win the Super Bowl. Fuck that.
They both black.
I was about to say
they both black.
I'm sure you see Mahomes' dad. That nigga.
No, they not.
You see Mahomes' father.
I see his wife and his kid. That's all I see. That boy as white as they get. His mom.
I got nothing to do with it. Look at his daddy. That's a nigga.
I bet you nobody in their family hang out with them. I bet you when they have Christmas parties and all that stuff, they put.
I'm pretty sure they all be lined up at the door.
Everybody gonna hang out with them.
With Patrick Mahomes, they lined up.
Everybody gonna hang out with him.
Devontae, who you got, Devontae?
That nigga daddy was on the field with a Newport in his mouth. Come on, bro. Is that my baby boy gonna do it? That's what my baby boy do.
Who you got, Devontae?
He's drunk.
Devontae, who you got for the Super Bowl?
Ever since my Niners got put out, I don't even care. I'm just gonna watch the game and just talk shit to anybody who wanna talk. You know,
Chiefs fan. All right, Craig, what you got?
I got the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
I had the Chiefs, and I made a bet in the beginning of the season that the Chiefs were gonna make the Super Bowl. So they already won me some money. So now they gotta complete the saga and win the game.
So you know what you did, right? You know what you just did by doing that, right? You made them the favorites for the Super Bowl by gambling. You little degenerate gambler.
No, I mean.
All right, so Ralph, who you say you got the Chiefs or the Eagles?
No, I gotta go with NFC all day. I stay with the NFC.
Like the real black quarterback with a black wife and a black mama.
Hurts is not married, bro.
Huh?
He's not married.
That means he has more black women for the taking. That's even better.
No, people get confused. That black girl in the picture with him is his agent. That black girl in the picture with him is his agent. That's not his wife.
And look at that. He hired a black woman for his agent. That's gangster right there, man. I bet you.
That is dope, though.
I bet you Mahomes' agent is a Jew. I can guarantee you.
Mahomes got raisins in his potato salad.
He do. And he got no season on his chicken.
Yeah, he got pepper. And then he don't wash his chicken either. He put pepper.
He said raisins in the
yeah. That boy don't
making food in the kitchen sink.
I think he got cranberries in the goddamn.
He don't know what a
got a corn
is.
casserole.
He don't know what a pick
corn
is.
Casserole.
Yeah, man. But listen, let's let everybody go enjoy their Super Bowl, y'all. Thanks for joining us again. As you know, we are James Kingdom. Next week we're back. It's the All-Star week, right? It's All-Star week next week, right?
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Saturday. I'm not watching Sunday. That's trash. That's just trash.
You don't watch the Sunday? You don't watch the All-Star game?
That's just trash.
LeBron's undefeated.
No, it ain't about LeBron. I'm gonna tell you, the All-Star game been trash for years, and y'all know that, man. It's like, no, I'm watching Saturday. Man. Yo, now Saturday, I'm thinking that's gonna be pretty good.
They should add a 4-point shot in the All-Star game.
They got like a shot where you got to shoot with the green ball.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about in the game?
In the game itself. They should put spots on the floor where they can shoot from to get 4 points.
Like what they do with the big three.
Yeah, they should do something like that.
Then it's gonna be a circus act. It's not even gonna be.
It's already a circus act. It's already.
No, it's the Harlem Globetrotters right now. If you do that, it's a circus act.
Now it'll be fun though. It'll be fun to see it that way. It'll open up the lanes.
Yeah, you know, if it's close, you know, that's when it's a good game. When they, you know, got that last period and they all play hard.
The rules.
I don't like the
crazy.
scoring though. That scoring is trash.
You got to score the first 10 points or something like that. But once you get 150 or something,
they did change the rules. Yeah, they changed.
Yeah,
the rules. It's per quarter now. You're right. It's per quarters now.
It's horrible.
It's weird. It's weird because of you fans. Because of you Jordan fans always complaining.
No, don't put that on us. That's the
you guys are always complaining. You want
we never complain about that.
Televisions. You want to go back to grainy televisions. No HD looking.
Oh, you talking about with the pliers and you turn the channels like that?
Man, that's what y'all be wanting, man.
No, man. Nobody complain about that. I'm gonna tell you that dunk contest might be pretty good though.
Who's in it?
My boy Jericho Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah, dunk contest ain't been good for a while, but hopefully this one's good.
Yeah, because my man from Portland dropped out. What's his name? The rookie.
Anthony Simons.
No, the rookie. What is?
Oh, the rookie. Oh, no, there.
Darren, what is it? Sharp or something like that? He dropped out, but Kenya Martin Jr. is in it.
But what was the best dunk contest?
The VC
best
one.
dunk.
2000?
No, that Levine, the boy.
Jordan Dominique.
I don't know. Vince dominated it.
You know what they should do?
The Levine and
I played a 2000.
Vince dominated that shit.
You know what they should do? They should let the all-star players select who should be in the slam dunk contest, and they should put like a real prize winner up there. And for every player that says they don't want to do it, like they got to add $25,000 in and choose the player to replace them until we find 4 guys or 5 guys that the players want to see. I think like that would be something cool because then you got to make them do it. They don't want to do it, so you got to find a way to make them do it.
I'm gonna tell you what would be dope. I'm gonna tell you what would be dope. You ever seen the Sprite dunk contest like that they do? Mm-hmm. The ones that's like crazy athletic. Yeah. I think they should come because they are so creative. They will bring excitement to it.
That would be good.
I think they should be in.
That would be
no more NBA.
Because what's that dude? Jordan something. He actually did it on a timeout in an All-Star game. He took it, jumped over the dude, and dunked behind him.
Wow.
And like.
Would that diminish though? Would that diminish the slam dunk contest trophy? And some street baller got a same trophy.
It will sell. It would be a good business move for the NBA.
They should do it just like they pick the teams. They should let the all-stars say, okay, we want to see these 5 players. Those 5 players have to either accept it or say they don't want to go, but if they don't go, they got to add $25,000 to the pot until they get 5 people. So then every time somebody, you know what I'm saying, like it would make people want to go because if I win this, I can win like 150, 200,000. You see what I'm trying to say? Give them more reasons to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to spend $25,000, you might as well go out there and just dunk and show everybody what's up.
But think about it, that's like 50 cents to them.
I know that, but it adds up though, right? Because you get 5 players. If 3 players denounce, that's $75,000. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to get 3 other players to add to that. And if 2 of them say no, that's another $50,000. Then it goes up, you know what I'm saying? It goes up to $100,000. So that the prize winning will be more at the end.
That 100,000 would be $1.
I can't.
I don't think the money would drive them because they make so much money.
What's 25,000 when I'm getting 20 million?
Yeah, all right,
so let's up it then 50 grand, up it to 50 grand. But that's for everybody.
You're gonna have to up it dramatically because you gotta. Some players getting like $1 million a game.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna go to that extent, but they getting $100,000.
Westbrook's getting $500,000 a game. Westbrook getting $500,000.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they're gonna be getting. I think Steph get like what 50 mil a game. Like he's getting like
50 mil a game.
I mean, not game a year, a season.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So if you break it down to 82 games,
that's over $500,000. That's over $500,000.
$500,000 a game.
And 20K ain't gonna really bother them. And you know,
like, I just played. They gonna say I'm gonna play my next game and I'm gonna make up for that.
Only
because he had
Zion and Ja Morant would be the only two players that.
They should actually have fan vote to who's going to be in the dunk
You
contest.
could literally go out there and embarrass yourself.
That's what they need to do. They need to have the fans vote who's going to be in the dunk contest. Simple as
remember,
that.
Remember when Sean Kemp and Larry Johnson didn't win? That's a huge risk of you embarrassing yourself out there. That's why LeBron was the best dunk. He's like, man, but I could go out there and embarrass myself, so I ain't doing it. I mean, that's a huge risk that you can embarrass yourself.
I mean, only get up there once.
Guy though. Because
LeBron
like
been in a dunking contest before.
I think LeBron can do dunks that no one did before. He just don't want to because he might miss.
he looked
exactly. It's like embarrassing yourself. And they hold LeBron accountable for everything, man. That's why he's like, man, I can't do shit. So why would I go to a dunk contest?
Even if he wins it, people are gonna say that dunk wasn't better than Jordan's dunk. They're still gonna say
I've seen him in the dunk contest when he did the all McDonald's All American.
Yeah, when he's 18. Like we seen him doing dunks in like practice. His like practice dunks are actually dunk contest dunks.
Yeah,
he does.
If LeBron would have entered the dunk contest and lost, if he would have entered the dunk contest and lost, they would have brought that shit up when he broke the scoring title. But yeah, that nigga got hung in the dunk contest though, so he can't be the GOAT. That's why he, that type of stuff, man. It's just ridiculous, man.
When he was in Miami, when he was in Miami,
for people to say something bad, just so y'all fruitations come to truth.
When he was in Miami, he used to actually do the dunk stuff before the game and the lineup and warm ups because people down here don't show up to the games.
Yeah,
early.
I remember.
So they used to try to get the people to come to the games early, and one of the things was you can see LeBron James do all these special dunks during the lineup that they used to do before the game. So LeBron could do the dunks, but again, it's not a win-win for him because if he doesn't look as good as Jordan or as impressive as Jordan or Kobe, it's going to always say, well, they're always going to make an excuse.
They just credit LeBron for making it to the finals. Come on now.
Well, in a dunking contest,
LeBron for making the finals.
It's like we want to see something we never saw before. That's the thing in the dunking contest, and like I seen those warm up dunks and everything, and they look nice, but it's like give me something I never saw before. That would be the dunking contest thing.
NBA Talk says that nobody talks about MJ having the worst 3-point contest ever. Imagine if
that was trash.
But that was trash. That is true. That
was trash.
Jordan was in a 3-point contest?
Yeah, he was in a 3-point contest.
He hit like 1 or 2 threes.
You lying.
Nah, he hit 8. It was trash. It was trash.
That's when he was shooting 13%. That's when he was shooting 13% from the 3-point line. That shit. Hey, listen, man.
Just arrogant.
All right, y'all. Let's get up out of here.
It was good. Let's go ahead and get off so I can get my stuff done.
Y'all boys be good. Yeah, man. We got to get up out of here. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for joining.
You got your one day in to where you didn't have me battling that much about LeBron. You got it because he got the scoring title next week.
He was pretty chill. He was pretty chill. We'll
see you on TikTok, Ralph. Catch us on Facebook. You catch us on
find your TikTok,
Instagram. Bro. Catch us on TikTok. Y'all boys have a great day. Everybody enjoy their Sunday. Enjoy the game. Don't drink and drive, and enjoy everything. Don't get too filled up on too much. So enjoy everybody. Enjoy the game.
All right.
See y'all next week. Peace.
All right, fellas. Peace.
Yeah. Hey, Quinn. I'm Ralph Alexander 65. You can follow
Ralph Alexander. Okay. Cool. I found you. Okay. All right, bro.
All right. I'm about to get